Who's the fastest swimmer?
Fastest. When I'm with my monofin on, I'm pretty
speedy little something.
Yes.
I'm the fastest swimmer.
He's the fastest surfer.
Okay.
He's because I don't surf. I just flail
Okay, I'll
about.
get you swimming.
We're a highly competitive group.
Yeah. do not invite us for Monopoly. But so you are a phenomenal surfer.
Wouldn't say I'm a phenomenal surfer. I'm a good surfer.
You're a
But
good.
you
he's
are
a good surfer.
an amazing mermaid.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So what can you tease about season 2?
There's
Such dangerous territory.
it's dangerous territory. But I would say that yes, there are more mermaids, but you know what impact that has on all the characters is what is gonna make is what makes season 2. We're shooting episode 6 at the moment. Is what making season 2 really intense.
Yeah.
Because everything is getting affected by that, subtly or very, very unsubtly. But it definitely impacts Rin and these two in a challenging way.
Yeah. Everyone's dealing with their own personal stuff,
Yeah,
you know, like
exactly.
Ben's got the Siren song, Maddie, you've got...
Dealing with family stuff.
Yeah.
I think
Rin's dealing with the...
at the end of season 1, everyone's left in or certainly from my perspective, I feel like there's like the life puzzle pieces are kind of scattered on the ground, and we're left deciding throughout then season 2, okay, what's worth picking up? What's worth putting back together and rebuilding? What's worth fighting for? And everyone's answering those questions for their own things and collectively, and then more mermaids come and we have to deal with those questions. But to me, that's what's being explored in this season.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about your relationship with your mother potentially?
Yeah, she comes, so Maddie's mum, Susan, comes back, and it definitely means that her home is no longer a sanctuary for her. It becomes a very difficult place to be, and it's a challenging relationship. It's not like me personally in my life. I have a very lovely relationship with my mum. Maddie's not so lucky. It's fractured and it's difficult, and so I think what's interesting in this season, we get to explore why that pushes Maddie away from her family and towards other sources of potential comfort, outside of her family situation.
I'd like to know more about Rin, because now she's free, she's on land. What is her plans to do, like to start to live with the human beings?
Yeah, well, she's on land, but in quite a somber situation. Her sister has died. She's had a bad effect on Ben, almost, which she doesn't understand yet. She that was never her intent. It's also affected Ben and Maddie. She therefore takes distance and goes to live with Helen. So a situation isn't so much like happy holidays, but because of that, I think she wants to fight very hard to make this work in order to forget maybe some of the bad things that have gone on. Her resolution is move forward in order to, not look back so much. So she still grieves Donna and stuff, but that's exactly it. The resolve to, let's make this work, this human life. And obviously, what does that mean, Human life, economy, interactions, gadgets and things and rules, and it's a whole world, and that's very much where we find her in season 2, resolved to make that, to get it, to because that's her unique quality in season 1 too, is this endless curiosity, like always wanting to find out what it means, what it is, even if it is another species that have she's had bad experiences with. She can't help herself but what does this mean, and trying out things, and and that is her strength, and that's what she's relying on in this second season. Then obviously more mermaids come, and then
Can't you
things
just all
just
get along?
I know, right?
Wouldn't it be nice?
It's like
Yeah,
people
that'd be
writing
great
this
drama.
stuff.
Everyone just getting along swimmingly.
It's just
Swimmingly.
16 episodes of like a picnic somewhere or something.
Speaking speaking of getting along, what can you tell us about your relationship with your father in the next season?
Yeah, I think it's a rough one. I think Ben and his family, I think Ben is surprised that he's from the same family. You know? I think he loves them just the same way that you described, you know, that like they are your family and you only get one family. But I think he rejects the hypocrisy around what they kind of stand for, and I think he rejects the status that they hold dear. And I think that makes him definitely an outsider to them in some way. And I think when he loses Maddie and Rin, I think that he's basically on his own, so he's got to try and figure this out for himself and find some kind of inner strength. And then after that, try and figure out when these mermaids come, whether they're here because they want to cause some trouble, whether they're here because they need help.
Why are they here?
Yeah, like what is their experience going to be of land when they come? You know, is it going to be the same as Donna's? Is it going to be the same as Rin's? How are they going to feel? So I think everyone is dealing with their own stuff, but they have to just deal with what is in front of them, and sometimes that like helps you kind of get through what you need to get through. But as far as his relationship with his dad, I've just gone on a spree.
It was beautiful.
As far as his relationship with his dad, I think he was trying to kind of play both sides a little bit in season 1 and see if that could work, see if he could have like make change happen but at the same time make things work for his dad. And I think that in season 2 he's going to either realise that is possible or realise that it's not, and go forward from that.
What are you allowed to tell us about the relationship between the three of you? Because obviously people have really latched onto that because it's not something you see until So what are you allowed to say? As you as a standing
I think
not a lot.
not a lot.
But
I was just going to say that season 1 was, you know, there's such a strong connection.
Yeah.
These 3 characters are drawn to each other, and they've never been drawn to 2 different people, let alone to someone that wasn't human, or their own species in Rin's case.
Yeah.
And that foundation was so strong, whether it, for whatever, you know, whatever the essence behind that is, you know, some people say this song, some people say it's love, whatever that is, the foundations are incredibly strong.
Right.
Season 2 will, like, it's inevitable that they have to interact together again, and that history that was put there in season 1 is going to have an effect on their interactions in this season.
Yeah.